Hey, what's up guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Was Reincarnation of Thor? And yeah guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now before continuing this, I would like to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for reaching this goal and achieving it. Last night we achieved it in the previous month, and well, it was 10,000 subscribers mark. And yeah, I really want to thank each and every one of you, every individual who subscribed to my channel. Our community has grown so much, and yeah, that is why it has been possible to reach this mark. Now, for many of you, it may not be a big number, but it is for me. 10,000 people just subscribe to my channel and like my content. I'm really happy about that, and I hope you can continue to support me like this in the future. And this is not the 10k special. I want you guys to decide in the comment section of this video what should be the 10k special, and I will try to deliver it for the best of my possibilities I can. Other than that, if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. PS, please ignore the background noise, it's just a fan because it's quite hot here, and yeah, my brain is almost fried because if I try to do it without the fan, yeah, I'm pretty much dead. Yeah, that's pretty much it, and without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins in Konohagakure Sato on October 10th, in nighttime outside of the village, in a cave where two women were screaming at the top of their lungs. Now, one of them were Kushina Uzumaki, the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. That was the reason why she was there, and the other one was Tsunade Senju, because, well, she and Jiraiya hit it off, and now they were dating, and were here with Minato and Kushina, their students, to help them out, and one thing led to another, and now they were here. As Tsunade was crushing Jiraiya's hand, and so could be said for Minato, whose hand was being crushed by Kushina. If we get out of this, you're going to pay dearly. Yes, Himes, just please calm down. As both of them looked towards Biwako, who looked at them with a smirk. What? You want me to calm them down? They're your wives. Do what you want to do. I'm not going to interfere. Please, hurry up. I don't think our hands can take it anymore. Ah, fine, you big crying babies. As after that, Tsunade's son was born. He had blonde hair and blue eyes with 3 whisker marks which were quite faint. As Tsunade smiled, as did Jiraiya. What are we going to name him? We do not know. We might know later. Let's just wait for Kushina to give birth. As Kushina gave birth to triplets, but their happiness turned into sorrow when the youngest, which was going to be named Naruto, exact replica of their son, was born dead. Oh my god, as Kushina was crying, while the 2 older children, Men and Mita, were happy and healthy, the youngest one was dead. As Minato was saddened by this, he didn't know what to do. As Biwako explained that it might happen because of the, well, triplets being born. Sometimes it did happen, and that is the reason why he was not able to survive. As then Jiraiya then said, his name will be Naruto, in honor for my student's fallen son. I can't thank you enough, Sensei. As Kushina was also crying still, and looked at the baby Naruto, who was now named in Tsunade's arm. Please, Bachan, raise him with love. You don't need to ask me that, Kushina. I will. As clapping sound was heard, as almost instantly all of the nurses fell down to the ground, even Biwako-sama, as Naruto, Kushina, and Jiraiya Tsunade became alerted, guarding their child with almost all of their lives and power. Isn't that heart-touching? Quite the relationship between sensei and student, if you ask me. Who are you? Who, me? I'm just a passerby who was, well, passing by in the night and heard screams and just wanted to check out what was going on. What are you doing here? And what did you do to them? Said Minato. Oh, nothing much, just, well, put a genjutsu on them. What do you want? Nothing much, I just want the Jinchuriki, and then I'll leave peacefully. And if we don't give it, as he then lifted now dead Naruto's body, then this child will get it. as even though the child was dead, he was still their son. He needed to be given burial. As what he did next, well, pulled the ground from beneath their legs and feet. He burned the child's body. This might happen to your children. As Kushina and Minato screamed in agony, as Jiraiya and Tsunade looked at me. Why are you all so sad? He was born dead. He was weak. And he died. So what? He was our son. As Minato disappeared in a yellow flash and appeared behind him. But what happened next? He was shocked. His Rasengan phased through him. As the masked person disappeared in a vortex and appeared aside Kushina. As he lifted her up and disappeared. See? That easy. As Kushina was gone, but her children and Minato's children were there. As Minato was on his knees and hands crying, Minato, get up! It's not time to feel sorrow. We have to do everything in our power to protect those two. And find Kushina, ASAP. You're right, Sensei. Anbu! As instantly 80 Anbus arrived there. Gather as much as shinobis and clan heads as you can and search throughout the whole village. Put it in lockdown. I want an orange masked person. He was responsible for the death of the nurses and took my wife away. Now, go! As Minato ordered this, as everyone was gone, as little baby Naruto opened his eyes. His eyes were blue. Tsunade looked deeply into them as she smiled. Calm down, little one. Everything will be fine. As Jiraiya looked at his son with sorrow, his joy was turned into sorrow because of what happened to his son, his students, that son. It was quite disgusting, and nobody would have thought that this might happen. As Minato gathered himself, he was still in pain for his loss as he walked towards the remain of his dead son. It was nothing, not even ashes, but a black scorch mark there. He picked up some dirt and put it in a sealing container. This is the last remain of Naruto. As he sealed the scroll and hugged it tightly before putting it in his pouch, his eyes turned cold blue as he walked towards Menman Mito. As he disappeared in a yellow flash, and then he appeared back there. Tsunade-sama, I'm going to take you there, where my children are. I want you to look out for them. Sensei, are you going to come with me on this one to hunt that bastard down? You know more than anything, Gaki, that I will support you to the end of this world and follow you there. Thank you, Sensei. As with another yellow flash, both of them were gone. As they arrived in Minato and Kushina's house in the basement, which was laced with seals and protecting barriers that can only be activated from inside or from outside by only Minato or Jiraiya, or even Kushina and Tsunade. No one else above them or other than them could activate them. Not even Hiruzen Sarutobi could. And that is where they were. Good luck, Jiraiya. And don't you dare die out on me. Are you worried about me, Hime? Yes. I'm not going to raise my son without a father, even though he's a huge pervert. Now go. As Jiraiya and Tsunade kissed, and Minato and Jiraiya were gone. As when they arrived in the battlefield, as the shinobis were searching, suddenly they felt a huge killer intent spike in the air, as a malicious chakra was unleashed, and everyone was afraid and paused for a moment. As Minato looked at his sensei with wide eyes, is that the Kyuubi? As suddenly a huge fox with 9 tails was formed there, as everyone, even the civilians who was inside their house, looked out of their house and windows to see a huge fox which roared at them with malice and anger. As the fox stomped towards them, as many shinobis, clan heads, and the third Hokage arrived there, alongside Jiraiya and Hiruzen. In the seal, Tsunade had seen what was happening. I have to go. I have to find Kushina. As she made a blood clone because she knew how to do it. Watch out for them. She gave the clone half of her chakra. As she went out of the seal and activated the barrier again, as she was dashing towards Kushina, finding her only laying on the ground, breathing her last breaths. Kushina, she said, dashing towards her. Are you alright? Sensei, my children. Naruto's gone. As for Menma and Mito, they're safe with Naruto, my son. And they're inside the seal. You mean the barrier room? Yes. Thank you. I can. No, Kushina, they need you. More than anyone now. As 100 healing mark was activated by Tsunade as all the markings appeared on her body, as she channeled as much chakra as she could from her body to her hands inside Kushina, pumping her with it, and within seconds her whole organs which were damaged were healed and her chakra coils which were damaged healed again as new ones, and her deteriorating health became a 100% as Kushina breath hitched as she got up. Thanks, Bachan. As Tsunade was panting, that took a lot out of me. I haven't used this in quite a while. Then, if you're here and your blood clone is there, then who are watching after them? Shizune. Shizune and Tonton are there. Oh, you mean the little girl that was with you? Yes. That's good then. We have to go. It's the QB, said Kushina. What? The QB is released. That is why I was here. Shit. We have to go then help them out, because those two idiots, God knows what they might do. As both of them were dashing towards the opening where they saw the QB, suddenly the QB disappeared. What? What happened? As they arrived there to see that Minato was panting heavily on the ground and coughing some blood, as Jiraiya was there alongside him, as two children were laying in a basket, both with red hair and yellow streak. One of them had blue eyes while the other one had violet. They were Menma and Mito, and they had seals on their stomach, indicating that Kushina's worst nightmare had become true. Her two remaining children had become Jinchurikis of Kyuubi no Yoko. Oh no. As she dashed towards Minato. Minato, what have you done? It was the only way, Kushina. I thought I lost you. I couldn't bear to see the home of our children be destroyed, so I had to do this. But it seems you're okay. He used the Hakai Fuyin alternative. His chakra coils are busted out. He's going to die. I can help. The Bako seal activated again as Tsunade healed Minato, and she was nearing passed out. I don't think I can hold back. I healed two of them as Tsunade passed out. But before she could do that, though, she was given and feeded a blood tablet and a chakra replenishing tablet, soldier pills, as that helped her survive, as she was in a comatose state. 1 week after the QB attack, Kushina was sitting inside Tsunade's office as she had waken up. As she called the doctor, and everything was normal now, as Jiraiya was now standing there alongside Minato. So what happened? How long was I out? 1 week, Tsunade. You were out for 1 week, said Jiraiya. I see. Where's Naruto? Well, the little one, huh? Kushina here has been taking care of him. And they became inseparable. All three of them. What do you mean? Menma, Naruto, and Mito. They're like glue, stick together. Really? Yeah, if you remove one from the crib, the other two might start to cry, alongside the one who is gone. Huh, that is interesting. As Kushina smiled, I'm just happy that they have a sibling now. That was taken from them, said Kushina as she started to cry, remembering her son who was burned to death. Even though he was born dead, it was still heart-wrenching to see, and she vowed that she will kill that masked bastard, even if he was her father who did this. God forbid if he was someone she knew, she will torture him first, then butcher him and his family in front of his eyes, and then kill him. As our antagonist Obito felt chills ran down his spine. Azetsu asked, "Everything fine, Obito?" "Yes, I do not know, but I think I stepped on a landmine that I should have avoided at all cost. I think it is just your imagination, nothing else." It better be. As we go back to Konoha to see that everything was now calm, as Tsunade and Jiraiya had been informed what happened 1 week ago after the QB attack, while she was out and Jiraiya was here. 1 week ago. Flashback. After the QB attack happened, the council meeting was called, and Kushina was present there holding on to her children when Tsunade passed out, as Hiruzen was also there now. while Jiraiya was absent. As Danzo asked, why isn't Jiraiya Tsunade here? She used the Byakko seal twice to save Minato and Kushina, and that is the reason she got exhausted and now is passed out. I see. If she's healthy. I heard that we have a Senju here. Yes, he's Tsunade and Jiraiya's son. The son of two legendary Sanin. That is quite interesting. And what about our Jinchuriki now? I saw Kushina don't have or hold a Biju anymore. Yeah, Kushina, what happened? Mabuki asked. Some person tried to interfere when I was giving birth. My third son, who was born dead. His body was kidnapped by him and he burned it in front of us. It was so much of a shock that I didn't know what to do or move. Well, he appeared and grabbed me the next second and left. The next thing I knew was I was tired, and he used some kind of seal to break the seal that was placed on me by Mito-sama. Oh my god. As Mabuki dashed towards Kushina and hugged her, I saw it Tsunmi and Mikoto. As the women were gathered, Kushina, I would like to give you some time outside. You can go there with your friends and calm down. Thanks, Minato. As Kushina was on the verge of breaking down again, because of what just happened a few hours ago. As the whole council room looked at Minato, Fugaku said, we are quite sorry for what happened, for your loss. As then Danzo interfered everyone. What happened to the Biju? The question still remained. Both of my older children, Manu and Mito, they were the last option. I sealed half and half of the Biju inside of them. And the soul is inside of me. What? I sealed it inside of me because I did not want them to be corrupted by his soul. That is why it is inside of me. Minato lied, even though he knew that yin and yang could not be separated from the soul, but he wanted everyone to believe that. I see. That is good. Our Hokage has saved us, everyone, said Danzo. But I want them to be prepared to take down anyone who interferes with our village, and that is why we will train them. And you will not interfere. None of you will. They are clan heads, children, and they will live like one and be respected like one while being trained like one by us, their parents. As everyone agreed, even the civilian council, and the two elders, and his rival Hiruzen, who was the advisor of Minato, alongside Jiraiya. As the law was passed, but Danzo clicked something. Then, what about the Senju here? Jiraiya is not able to take care of the children, and as for Tsunade, the mother figure, she's passed out. You know that we can help him raise, right? No, Shizune is there. She is the apprentice of Tsunade. She can take care of it. Nothing to worry about. And plus, Kushina feels indebted to, Tsunade, and their child reminds us of ours. Of what he could have been if he was alive and born as a healthy boy. So, no. We are not going to raise him. They are. And it is their decision, not ours. As we go back to the room after the whole council meeting was over to see that Jiraiya was standing there looking at his unconscious wife as he was cradling a baby in his arms. As he smiled, little one, you do not want to know how fast your mother is. It's quite surprising just to see her this quiet. As Shizune was also sitting down and playing with Naruto, who was playing back. As suddenly a torch poofed in front of him. It was Fukusaka. Ah, Jiraiya boy. It seems that everything went well. What happened to Tsunade though? She looks exhausted. A lot of things happened, Pa. I know, Gamabunta told me. I wanted to ask what happened. I did not know the whole story. As Jiraiya told him what happened. Because Gamabunta was summoned in the battle, he only knew and told them about the battle. Oh, I see. That is quite unfortunate. Jiraiya, the prophecy has changed. What? Yes, a new prophecy is here, and I am here to deliver that. What is that? A god of thunder is about to be born. Thunder will be ruled by him. Lightning is his to command, and in his finger it dances. In his finger, As he commands, it destroys and gives life. Who can it be? We might not know, but it will be revealed in the future. I see. And do you have any proof? Yes, Jiraiya, there is a proof. The An axe-like hammer or weapon landed on Mount Miyaboku, and not even Gamabunta was able to budge it. And we want you to come and try it to see if it does. What? Not even Gamabunta was able to pull that thing out? Yes, well, you see, it landed right into his bedroom, and he was getting antsy about it. And no matter who or what tried, it won't even budge. There was some writing on it in a manuscript that was unknown and foreign to us, and the great elder looked for it, and it revealed it holds the power of the Thor, the mighty god of thunder. As Jiraiya's eyes widened, what? I see now. Then, what are the odds that one of the child are able to lift them? What do you mean? My son, Naruto, or Menmar Mito, the son of Minato. I see. What happened to the third one? I was hoping that Minato might have three tadpoles, right? The third one passed away even before he was born. Oh, that's quite sad news. My condolences. Otherwise, congratulations to you and to Kushina and Minato for giving birth to healthy children. Although, I must say, I will be waiting for you there to arrive, Jiraiya, alongside Minato and Kushina. We will arrive there, Sensei, and tell Gamabunta that he has to bear with it for quite a while. I see. As end of the flashback, as we go after 1 week, and Tsunade was quite livid after that was revealed. You mean to say there is an axe that is landed straight into Gamabunta, the boss of the Thor's room, and not even he could lift it, even though it's a puny axe, right? And the manuscript that revealed was that it was of that of the god of thunder, a weapon. Yes, and only Verdi can lift it, the original god of thunder, and he's reincarnated here. What? Then who can he be? We do not know. Tsunade, me and Minato went there to see it, and we tried to lift it up, but it won't even budge from its place. And we think that it might be from one of our children. If not, we might try to search for him. Well, I guess in due time we will find out. Yeah, Ime. So what are we going to do? I'm going to raise my little baby boy alongside these two. It's quite interesting to see them bonding this much. Yeah, Ime. I was surprised as well. Time skip. 8 years later, we see 9-year-old Naruto Senju sitting in a park as he was relaxing and doing the exercise his father Jiraiya told him to when he wanted to calm down. Suddenly he was clumped like a missile and was now on the ground as Kiba, his female friend, who was from the Inuzuka clan and acted like a dog, was on him. Hey there, Alpha. Meet me, your alpha woman. Kiba, get off of him, said Sakura. Yeah, Kiba, dope, get out of him. It was Satsuki, the heir to the Uchiha clan, while Sakura was of the civilian clan Haruno. As he arrived, you two, the emo prick and the dog breath and forehead girl, get away from him, he's mine. As Naruto got up, wait, what has gotten into you? As only Hinata was into, well, his brother, who was sighing. Menma, calm down. You know he's quite dreamy. Even my own sister. I can't. Well, he is our brother. Not by blood though, remind you. You have to tell me that, huh? That you're into him. Yeah, I have to. So hands off. She said, her eyes turning into restless. Hi, ma'am. As Hinata was poking both of her fingers and looking at Menma, though. Why? Because Menma saved her. That is the reason. Naruto was her more like a brother figure, who looked out for her whenever he could, while she was interested in Menma. As Naruto woke up from his meditation, come on, everyone. Please, you gotta do this every time we meet. What a drag, said Joji and Shikamaru, who arrived there. Joji, did you copy me? Yeah, why wouldn't I? You're my best friend, Shika. Whatever you want, buddy. Oi, troublesome blonde, wanna hang out and play some shogi in my house? Yeah, would love to. said Naruto. No, it's not going, said Sasuke, as she glomped Naruto and held him there. He's going with me. It's my turn to bring him to house, and plus, Itachi Nesama wanted to meet him. You mean Itachi-chan? Yes, said Sasuke. As Naruto gulped, tell her that I'm busy, would you? No, I'm already here, Naruto-kun, and you're coming with me, said Itachi's calm and cool voice as a woman landed there. She was 11 years of age at the time, and she was already a chunin. Quite a prodigy from the Uchiha clan. As she picked Naruto up, who was protesting now, while the others remained there because she didn't want to interfere Itachi, who was known as a prodigy. As after they were gone, Mito and every other girl was glaring at her. How could she? Well, why don't you go after him, said Menma. Because if you so much love him, why not? Because she's in Chunin and we cannot fight her. And she's strong and prodigal. And no wonder Naruto likes her more than us. No, it's the other way around actually. Well, you see, at the age of 5, when she was 9, she arrived there with Satsuki. And Naruto was kind to them all and won over their heart. And that was when we saw Itachi making Naruto sit in her lap as she hugged him from behind while Naruto and Sasuke played. And after that, God knows what happened, and she's still like that to this day. As a voice was heard, it is because I love him. As Menma almost jumped and looked back, as did everyone else. Itachi, Nesan, what are you doing here? I'm here to give you all a warning. I'm the first one who will get the dibs on him, so hands off. I don't mind cheering him, but if you don't play nicely, there will be consequences. She said in a calm tone as her eyes turned into Mangekyo. As everyone gulped, am I understood? As everyone nodded vigorously. Good. As she vanished again. Wow, that was scary, said Menma. We're not scared of her, said Mito. Yeah, right. As Menma was beaten half to death by almost all the girls, as Hinata stood there shaking her head. Oh, Menma-kun, even though you are still an idiot, I guess I love you. As for Kyubi, well, Mito and Menma were persistent and won over Kyubi. And Kyubi was quite surprised that they were being friendly to him, even though he was the one who destroyed and almost killed their parents and village, and it was, or maybe because of him, that their other sibling was born dead. But he was surprised at how these humans were able to forgive him with quite generous heart, and that is why he was now opening up to them. To this point, as Kurama's voice was heard in Menma's head, you know, Menma, you should keep your big mouth shut, because it will always get you in trouble. Bite me, Kurama. I would if I could, but I don't want to dirty my teeth. Besides, why is Naruto such a womanizer? He doesn't even try. He's a natural kid. And you're not the only one who's jealous. What? What do you mean? Who else is? Your father. I mean his father. What? You mean Erosanin? Yes, the name's revealed it itself. He's quite proud of his son and at the same time quite jealous. And Menma was quite taken aback by that. How do you know? Why don't you look at the trees above there on the left side? As Menma did as he was told and was quite shocked to see that Erosanin was there, looking at all of them as he was clenching his jaw on a napkin while pulling it with both of his hands. Damn that bastard Gaki. What? Is he cursing his own son? I'm so proud of him as a father. At the same time, as a huge pervert, I'm quite jealous. But I still have the biggest melons in the whole elemental nations, he said with a previous pervertious grin. Oh boy, Tsunade-sama, here I come, he said as he disappeared. I didn't want to hear that. Me neither. Now I gotta wash my ears with a soap. Hey, can you summon some? No. That was for making me listen to it. Sometimes I hate you, Gaki. Me too. But you know, I and you both know that we're stuck and we love each other. As Kurama growled, as Menma chuckled, as his wounds had been healed as he walked back to the house. On the other side we go towards Naruto, who was being hugged by now Itachi as she was hugging him. Why? Well, for Itachi, Naruto was her comfort and peace, and so could be said for Shisui, her other friend, who was also her senior, as she was also glomping and hugging Naruto, while Naruto laid there, also resting in peace, while Sasuke were on his chest, hugging him tightly as Mikoto walked inside with Fugaku. As Fugaku sighed, Itachi, Sasuke, Shisui, Satsuki, and Shisui again? Yes. Anything wrong, Fugaku-sama? Yes, Dad. Anything wrong? Said both of the girls. Nothing, my Prehimace, but why? And you too, Shisui. I didn't expect this from you. Well, you shouldn't. And he is our source of calmness and our relaxation, so we're not going to let him go. We love him and adore him. Oh, isn't that cute, Fugaku? No, it isn't. It is cute, said Mikoto with her Sharingan, as everything turned dark for a moment, as Fugaku nodded vigorously. Yes, ma'am, it is cute. Mind-blowing, fantastic. It's so beautiful that my eyes are melting. I gotta go now. See ya, as Fugaku dashed outside, as he let out a breath that he knew he was holding. Damn, she's still scary. As Mikoto then said, would any of you like to have dinner? Thanks, Mikoto-sama, I would. You can call me Ba-chan. Remember, Naruto? Yeah, I forgot. Everyone was quite surprised now. This was the first senju that even the Uchihas were taking interest into, or more like Uchiha women, as 3 women were quite interested, Satsuki, and Itachi, and Shisui. Aside from that, almost all of the clan heads girl, Kiba Inuzuka, Hana Inuzuka, as well as Sakura Haruno, Ino Yamanaka, and even one of the root members named Sai, who was a mute girl who rarely talked and knew how to express her emotions, who continually watched over him and made his pictures, drawings to calm and ease her mind, was in love with him, madly. As for Mito as well, she was as well. As Naruto didn't know about that or didn't know what to think, but his mother was quite afraid about him, as after having dinner he returned home into his house, which was next to the Uzumaki and Senju compound, connected to each other with a door. As Jiraiya was again pummeled to the ground there. I'm home. Welcome back, Gaki, said Jiraiya. Oto-san, when are you going to give up on your pervertedness? Never. I'm proud of you, To, my little boy. You have made every woman, left and right, fall head over heels for you. Obviously for my chums. No. Those hussies should stay away from my son. And Naruto, where did you get those lipstick marks? What? As Naruto looked at his cheek to see that there were 3 types of lipsticks marked there. Really? As the Uchiha snickered. Where have you been, young man? Sit down, as Naruto sat down on his knees in a traditional Japanese manner. Hi, ma'am. You too, Jiraiya, as he was sitting like his son. Now tell me, what have you been up to, Naruto? Well, he's been, making girls fall head over heels for him without even trying. Really now? I didn't know my son was such a natural. Oi, if I do that, I'm a pervert. If he does it, he's natural. He's a kid who doesn't understand that, and he's quite handsome than you, Jiraiya. I didn't know what I see in you, but I guess I ended up falling in love with you. I guess love truly is blind. As Jiraiya's ego was quite hurt, as he was on his knees with a huge dark cloud on his head, as he was crying enemy tears, as Naruto patted his father's shoulder. There, calm down, To-san. You're quite wonderful as well, really. Yeah, a wonderful pervert who gets his ass beaten, as Jiraiya's face folded as Naruto got a bonk on his head. Itai, I'm sorry, I was just joking. Yes, now go and have dinner, and after that, go and sleep to your room. I already had some. Where? In the Uchiha compound. Listen, Naruto, I know that you're friends with the clan heirs and all, but please, be careful. The Uchihas, well, you know our history, right? With the Senjus and the Uchihas. Yeah, I know, Bachan, Kachan, why? It's in the past, right? We don't need to fight each other. And they're quite nice. Whoever I meet in the Uchiha clan is nice to me. And even Fugaku-sama and Mikoto's Bachan are nice. Really? Yes, just be careful, Naruto. Because I don't know if they try to hurt you or so. They will never. Because if someone tried, And that is, God forbid, if they did. I doubt that Satsuki, Shisui, and Itachi will let them live. Really now, three Uchihas. Who else says that they like you? Well, Kiba and Ino, Sakura and Mito. I know about them. Who else? Hana as well, and that snake lady. You mean Anko? Yes, and one blank Anbuma's girl who's same as my age, but she just draws my picture. I caught her once, but she disappeared and never to be seen. Blank mask. Was it like an Anbu gear Naruto? Yeah, like the Kakashi Nissan one that wears him. I see. As both his parents looked at each other, Naruto, go to your room and sleep now. Okay. Freshen up before and brush your teeth. Hi ma'am, I will. Sheesh. As Shizune was standing there. Hey Toto. Hey Nesan. I'll be going to the bed soon. Yeah, Naruto. Good night. Good night, Nesan. As Naruto went to his bed. As in the dining room, both Jiraiya and Tsunade were seated on the table as Shizune arrived there with 3 cups of tea. What happened? Why the long faces? A girl similar to Naruto's age, with blank Anbu mask and gear, was looking at him as he described. What? Isn't that, But wasn't it supposed to be close, Jiraiya? Said Tsunade, cutting Shizune's words. I know. I need to talk about this to Minato. Tomorrow I will. As unknown to most of them, in the nighttime, Naruto's room was a hotspot for the Chunins of the said village, mainly Anko, Hana, and even Sai, as well as Itachi, who looked out for him, or more like spy on him, stalk him from the shadows. As Naruto was now on his bed, as Itachi was the first one to step inside, without making any noise, and kissed him on the forehead, and taking a step back and looking at surroundings and kissing on his lips. As when she did that, she turned around to meet Anko and Hana, and Sai looking at her with a frown. You know that is quite cheating. We agreed that we will not do that to him once he grows of the age. I know, but his lips were so much, inviting. I took my chance. You could be called pedophile. I'm 11. Sue me. And he's 8. Yeah, so what? And you're not that different, Anko. You're 12. And you too, Hana. You two are kids. And Sai, you're, 8. Yes, I know. I do not know what to make of these feelings. I guess I'm going to lay here. As she took out her sandals and clutched Naruto with both her arms and legs, as she was now sleeping on the bed, as the tree grew a tick mark. And the next morning when, Tsunade arrived, she was furious, downright. Anko, Hana, and even Itachi, alongside the said Anbu member, were there, clutching onto Naruto as he was turning blue now. Kachan, help! As Tsunade freed her baby boy, as she was hugging him and cracking his bones tighter. I can't breathe! Oh, sorry, Naruto. Thanks, Kachan. What are they doing? I don't know. Oh my god, my window lock. This is the 3rd time this week. Really? Is this normal occurrence? Yeah, but normally one of them are here. Why didn't you tell me that, Naruto? It could have been dangerous. Well, they are my friends, and I don't want to tell on them. You mean that girl were there too? Yeah. Listen, you, girl, as the women have now woken up, as they were scared now, because it was Tsunade Senju, the mother of their love interest, and the strongest Kunoichi in the whole elemental nations, glaring down at them with anger-filled eyes. What are you doing here? Explain your reasons. Now. Nothing, ma'am. We just... we love him. And I wanna fuck him when he grows older, said Anko. Anko! Said Hana Itachi instantly. What? I'm not going to sugarcoat things. She wants a straightforward answer. Here, she gets it. He's a good catch, and he calms us down. He treats us like we are, girls, not as some strong Konoichis, some figureheads, some idols, or not even as someone who is hated for something that they didn't even do. I see. But you don't have my permission to do that now. Maybe in the future, but not now. What? What do you mean, Bachan? Nothing, Naruto. Just go downstairs and make sure your father Hey, Tochan, what are you doing standing in the room scribbling down? Jiraiya, oh my fucking god! Stop writing that disgusting book on our son! For God's sake, he's our son! But this is Icha paradise, Hime. I can make a lot of money out of it. Think about it. All the gambling you can do, all the money we had. As yen signs appeared in her eyes. No! He's still our son, though. In the books, I will only use his name. Plus, his name was given from my book character, remember? That I created. I guess you're right. As Naruto chuckled, as after one by one all of them left. 2 more years passed and Naruto was now in academy with his friends. Dachi had become a Jonin and an Anbu member. Sai has been freed as both of his parents were able to, get Danzo executed for his corruption and disable all of the Anbus. And Sai was now also amongst them. And currently we see Naruto being hosted by the girls, mainly the clan head girls. Kiba, Ino, and Sakura behind, and Satsuki and Sai in front on each side, as Mito was gritting her teeth as she was sitting beside their desk, while everyone was smirking at her. Why, you little... Mito, calm down, it's not that much big of a deal. Plus, Naruto spent most of the time with us, remember? Our houses are connected, they're just jealous. And everyone was jealous as Mito smirked, giving them a middle finger and for one-upping them all. Thanks, Menma. You really are useful for once. Really? Thanks. Wait, what? Are you roasting me? What if I am? Useless. Ugh, I can't with this woman. Neither can I. Why is her mind filled with such filth? What do you mean? Well, I was connected with my other half, and it's quite disturbing. Poor him. As the other half was now quite afraid of Mito's mind, she was corrupted to no end. Corrupted with love. He didn't care about that. He cared about Mito. But she was too much infatuated with the boy to the point that even... No. What he was thinking? Kaguya and her? No, that was two different things. Talking about Kaguya, inside the seal, she was looking at one blonde kid with blue eyes and faint whisker marks. My beloved has been reincarnated. I want to be reborn as well. As she did just that, she recreated herself into a girl-like figure as she was now present in front of them through a white light. Who are you? My name is Kaguya, loved one. What? Who? You, who else? As she walked towards Naruto and kissed him in front of everyone as their jaws were on the ground, as almost instantly she was hugged by each and every woman, but were thrown into, outside through a portal. Now we are all alone. No one will disturb us. I do not know you, Kaguya. You will in due time. As she kissed him again, and this time Naruto didn't broke free, but calmed down. I don't know, it felt familiar, but I don't know why. It will, and from then on, the new Kaguya, who was here, stayed with Naruto. And the rest of them. As for Menma and Mito, Kyuubi was quiet, as they were quite worrisome about that. Well, Menma was. Kyuubi, Krama, what's wrong, buddy? That girl that appeared. She's Kaguya. What? That girl just there was Kaguya. What? But you said that she was your grandmother, right? And why is she after my brother? God knows. Oh no. Your brother. Now I remember why I felt peace and calm at his presence. Why? Don't give me the chills and the suspense. Don't leave a bro hanging. I'm telling you, kid. Just stop it. It's not nice. She was in love with a human boy at the time after giving birth, but the boy died, protecting her from her own husband, who found out that she was interested in him, and she became enraged and tore the world apart. You mean that was the reason? Yes, that was the reason. Even Haguruma and Homura didn't agree with her because the child that she was interested in was younger than them, who was at the age of 20 at the time, while the child was 16, who she was interested in, who she felt connected to, who she felt peace with. Wait, then what will happen if she's infatuated with Naruto? Yes, that was his name as well. If she's infatuated with him, unfortunately we can't do anything. We are not Sage of the Sixth Path, nor are we Homura Suzuki. We can't do anything. Let the things play out. As Atsu got some chakra signature that he wished was true, as he dashed, leaving Obito and the Akatsuki there, and was now making his way towards Konoha. It was already night time, and while Kaguya was staying with them in Naruto's house, as she was given a bed on Naruto's opposite side, as Datsu appeared while Naruto was asleep. Hello there, son. Mother, what are you doing here? I am here because your father has been reincarnated. What? You mean him? He's my... Yes, he's a reincarnation. I see. I will protect him. Then what about the plan? The plan will continue on. I will make a paradise by giving him the ultimate power. Then my king and I will rule over everyone. But his siblings they're not his siblings. They are his friends that he thinks of as siblings. I will give them a chance, find another way, because my beloved loves them, and I'm not going to hurt them at all cost. It will be done, mother, as your will, you command. As Zetsu disoriented it from her and disappeared in the shadows. As she walked off the bed and got near Naruto and kissed him on the cheek. Everything within due time, my beloved. It is for our sake, our future's sake. As Kaguya made their way back to the bed, as she was sitting there, as Hagoromo's spirit arrived. Hello, mother. Hello, son. What are you doing here? I thought you were dead. So am I. But I'm here to warn you. Please, don't do this. You're going to destroy the whole elemental nation. I was the one who brought his soul back. Please, don't make me regret it. Yes, mother. I was the one who did this. You see, when I sealed you with Hamura, I was left empty. I felt red inside for what I have done to my parent, my own parent, and I paid the price when I passed away when Sun started the war, known as the Uchiha and Senju War. I know, I have been watching them. And I brought him because he was the most peaceful human and my friend at the time. And the only reason why I didn't want him to be our father was because, well, we didn't want to get things awkward between us because he was our best friend who understood us and understood the concept of peace. He was the one who gave it to us, remember? And that is why I fell in love with him. He understood how being selfless was good and how I was doing the right thing. He guided me from the darkness, but that light was taken from me. And this world should have known darkness from then on. But you have brought it back, my son. For that I thank you. No worries, mother. But please, you have been given a chance. Just don't ruin it. Don't blow things off, as these humans say nowadays. I won't. I promise you that much. What about the plan, though? I will continue it. These humans has been causing war with my grandchildren. I will gather them all up and seal them inside my beloved, making him an immortal. I agree with that, I guess. Because my sons and daughters have been used as weapons. As Kurama has sensed his chakra and was now standing there in cubified mode of Menma. Father, why are you helping her? For one reason, son. Because she's my mother and she's your grandmother. And she understands the true concept of peace now. But there's something within this kid that is different. What? The kid has ability to control lightning. Not without chakra. I mean without chakra and any jutsu and hand signs. Oh, I know why. Said, well, the Sage of the Sixth Spot. Why, father? Because he's the reincarnation of God of Thunder as well. Thor. What? You see, after Naruto died in our time, he was reincarnated as Thor, a god of Asgard, god of Thunder, in another timeline where he lived, and he died protecting it. And now he's reborn here again. I see. Do you want me to give him his powers? He is worthy of lifting that Stormbreaker. What? That axe that fell down from the sky in the Toad's Mountain. He can lift it, and only he. I will tell Jiraiya this tomorrow, through Menma. Good. Now go, son. Rest. You too, mother. I will be watching over both of you. As Hagoromo was gone, and so what Kurama, Kaguya laid down and rested. Next morning came as Jiraiya was told by QB something. What? Are you sure about this, QB? Because even though I don't want to trust you, I can see that you're not lying. Believe whatever you want, Ningen. Just try it and see what might happen. Okay, I guess I can. As Naruto and Mito were brought in Mount Miyaboku, as Mito was quite excited with this plated with Naruto. But why was this bitch here who arrived along out of nowhere? Now this bitch was none other than Kaguya in her teenage form, matching the age similar to that of Naruto. As they walked towards, well, Gamamaru-sama, who was shocked to see Kaguya, but Kaguya warned him through telepathy. I see. Can one of you step forward, as Menma did? Try to lift it, son. As Menma tried his hardest, even with the help of QB, but nothing happened. The sword or Stormbreaker didn't even budge. As Mito tried as well, but nothing happened. But Naruto, with a single fist, lifted it up. As the name came to him, Stormbreaker. As thunder hit him, 1.0. Naruto, says Tsunade, calm down. It's not hurting him. See? As armor started to grow on Naruto, it was the same as from Lord Thor Love and Thunder, a blue armor with golden lining with a cape. As Naruto's muscles started to grow, his hair as well. As he was now standing there, tallest than all of them. I mean, in the kids. He was now at least up to 4.8 at the age of 11. As everyone's jaws dropped. All hail Naruto Senju, reincarnation of Thor, son of Odin, the new god of thunder. As Naruto lifted his Stormbreaker up, as thunder hit on him, indicating that he accepts the title and mentally. As everyone cheered and clapped, on the other side, in Amegakure, the Otsuzukis has finally taken over, which were Ishiki, Momoshiki, and Kishiki. 3 remaining Otsuzukis had taken over the Akatsuki by mind controlling all of them and killing off Zetsu. So, the God of Thunder has been born. What are we going to do is going to cause many hurdles. Thanks to Gore, the God Butcher, we have the power and means to kill him. He will not be any kind of, threat to us and our plans. Only time will tell, told Momoshiki. Yes, Ishiki. Ikishiki is right, only time will tell. We can never be too sure. We are, because in our hands is a weapon to even kill gods. We can become new ones in this galaxy, roaming around doing whatever we want without any consequences, making everyone worship us and fear us. We didn't sign up for that, said Kishiki, as Momoshiki was taken aback. Kishiki, what are you saying? I never said this was. I was here only because we were going to free Kaguya and take back what was ours. Not this. Not the whole genocide that we are about to commit. I don't want to, but it is the only way the peace can be achieved in the galaxy. No, Momoshiki, it is not. As the next thing Kishiki saw, and Momoshiki's eyes widened, was that a black rod was inside his heart, as Kishiki was absorbed by Ishiki in front of Momoshiki. What? Why did you do that, Ishiki? Shut up, Momoshiki, or you're next. Help me with this task and you will be my general. I'm going to become the new god of this whole universe, and no one can stop me. Said Ishiki, as we go back to Naruto, as Kaguya sensed some danger. What happened, Kaguya? Naruto asked. You have to train hard, Naruto. All of us have to. Ishiki, the mad Otsutsuki's here, the one who destroyed our planet. He's here with Momoshiki, his brother. I can sense those 2 chakras from miles away. What are we going to do? Said Naruto. You are the God of Thunder. You will fight alongside us. It is time. As after 1 month has passed since then, while the newly redecorated Akatsuki under the control and thumb of the Otsuzukis were spreading out and well, killing as much as bounties as they could to gather more funds for their projects. We go towards Naruto, who was being trained by as well. It has been 1 month since the announcement, and he has also been growing close with his girls, all of them. When it was time to announce his fiancée, once he came of the age, which was at least up to 14, and he became again an adult in the eyes of the shinobis and his parents. Well, Tsunade and Jiraiya had to sign all of the consent forms from Sai, Itachi, Shisui, Satsuki, Mito, and Ino, Sakura, Hana, Kiba, and well, Kaguya, and even Anko, as these 12 girls were there and 12 scrolls were signed and Naruto's jaws were on the ground. How am I the one who stuck with this? You lucky bastard, you do not know how lucky you are, his father said. I will do anything to be in your shoes. He was sent flying when he was saying the shoes part by his mother, whose eyebrow was twitching. Even though I disagree with this, well, they have shown that they are sincere and love Naruto. And that's why I agree. The only reason, because I want to see you happy. And don't you dare break their heart or cheat on them. Why would I? They're my friends and my fiancés now. The one whom I'm going to spend my time with in the future. I won't do that, Kachan. You better not. Because if you do, then I'll break your bones. As the training session continued while Naruto took them out on a date, he was still getting used to his powers. And after 1 week of doing so, he did something with Stormbreaker that caused everyone to go wide high. He started to turn it and rotate it in high speeds in one hand and then lifted it up, flying off from the ground at high speeds. As in the sky, thunders were booming as he was standing there with electricity dancing in his eyes. Electricity dancing on his body, but it didn't hurt him. He became one with it. This is so awesome, Naruto said as Kaguya was flying there alongside him. Yes, it is. This is a true power, Naruto. Far beyond anyone else. As Ishiki and Momoshiki could see it from all over the Megakure. Damn it, he's getting stronger, said Ishiki. Momoshiki, you have to go and fight them. What? Yes, you have to make this sacrifice. I command it, or die here by my hands. I will go now. You don't have to. As Momoshiki went there. As he arrived, Naruto and Kage got in battle stance. You have to help me. What? Please. Ishiki has gone mad. This wasn't what we wanted. This wasn't what Kishiki wanted, but he has finally gone snarl with all the power that he has consumed. It has corrupted him. Kaguya, please. We were friends at one point. You have to. I will. But I'm not going to bother with you anymore, Momoshiki. After it is done, you will leave and never come back. Promise me that, and I will help you. I promise. Please, anything you want, Kaguya. Tell us where he is. As still ended, and the Konoha meeting was called. As Momoshiki was sitting there, and everyone was quite surprised, even Hiyashi, because it had Byakugan. As Momoshiki revealed that it was because of them that chakra originated here, and they had the Byakugan and every Dojutsu and Kekagenkai, and chakra in general, and even Bijus. And after Ishiki revealed the plans of his brother, Ishiki, and how he has gone corrupted by power, and his aim is to destroy not only this world but the whole universe, Naruto became a god of thunder, was enraged, and so was everyone else. As a meeting was called with other Kages, known as Kage Summit, as everyone was there. As after arriving there, it was revealed that what was Ishiki's intention, and Momoshiki gave proof to them that it was true what Hokage was saying, and they were quite scared of what might happen. And they agreed to Shinobi Alliance, leaving aside their hatred, because Naruto gave them a speech that filled their hearts with pride and burning passion for one another. Gone was their hatred replaced with passion. As finally the day came when Ishiki's army and Naruto's army were clashing with one another. The Katsuki and Zetsu army was taken down. As for Naruto and Ishiki, they were fighting in space with Momoshiki and Kaguya. Ishiki has grown quite corrupted because consuming almost all of his race was something. turning him into a monster. Even the King Otsugi was consumed by him. As Naruto, with the Stormbreaker, lunged at him and cut it off his arms, which caused him to great agony, but Kaguya chidoried him, killing him, as Momoshiki then consumed him and turned him into chakra fruit that the three of them ate, gaining the power of the corrupted soul so they all will not get corrupted. It was in a purified state, thanks to Momoshiki's powers. And after going down there, they helped out cleaning up the Zetsu armies and the Otsuzukis. It took out one full day to do this process, and after that, the Katsuki members were killed off, who were corrupted and beyond safe. Only one was saved. Her name was Konan. As she was saved by Naruto and fallen in love at first sight with him, he reminded her of Yahiko, but more cheerful and strong and manly than him. And she was ended to the harem. And at the end of the war, were Tsuchi Yujito and Mei and Fu and, well, Gara from Suna, who was a female, all joined Naruto's band in a political marriage so that they could form an alliance with the villages, a bond that is not broken with words or any threats. And everyone agreed to this, and Naruto had gained himself more, well, fiancés. And the plus point was that all of these women were in love with him, even Yujito and Samui, as because of his heroic deeds and what kind of a speech he made, they were growing attracted to him. Plus, who wouldn't want to be in the arms of a god of thunder? Not that he bragged about it or anything, as his life has been turned upside down since, well, from the beginning, and he was happy about that. His fiancés were laying on the bed with him, clutching him, and he was still wake up as an owl in the night, dark circles covering his eyes. I hate myself sometime, you know? He said, looking towards us. Wait, what? He's breaking the third wall again. Shit. I thought I got out of that world. Why is it happening again? I said, as I tried to hold on to the jutsu to create the barrier, but it was broken by the Stormbreaker, and it bonked on my head. He died. Damn you. Because of you, Apollo, I've been here. I'm sorry, Naruto. You have been putting me in these weird situations. Not that I mind, though, but I do mind. I can't even get a wink of sleep. I promise, man, in the next one, I'll make it easier for you. You better. I promise. As the fourth wall was repaired. Phew, that took a lot out of me. As we see now, Naruto, back again, relaxing and falling asleep. 10 years passed and, well, the elementalations were now growing at quite a huge rate and were now prospering everywhere. And when Hinata got married, as for everyone else, for the most girls, they were married to Naruto. Temari got hooked up with Shikamaru. As for Choji, he got hooked up with Karui. And Naruto, our boy, was the alpha male and the only one who could satisfy these much women and become the next Kage as well. Even though Menma was sore about it still, but he wasn't going to go against his, grandmother's, as he liked to call Tsunade, wishes. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And yeah, I was trying to make it a romantic / funny movie. I hope you enjoyed it. Other than that, this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out.